This production is brought to you by I Totally Ship Persabeth.
Hello and welcome. I am Maddie, and I really don't think I need to say my last name because you all know me anyway. Today we will talk about Marie Antoinette. And I must establish this now. She did not say let them eat cake. Just clearing that up. So don't ask. Allons-y. Now, Marie Antoinette was born as Maria Antonia Josepha Johanna, which is a mouthful, on November 2nd, 1755, and she was the 15th out of 16 children. Childbirth. Her parents were Maria Theresa, the Empress of Austria, and Francis the First, the Holy Roman Emperor. Goddess, I think. She went to school. She went to school, but she only studied boring things like languages, like languages, manners, singing, dancing, and art. Her brothers learned mostly academics, except she did learn some history. She wasn't very good at speaking the languages of German, France, and Italiano. She could sing them though. She sang a lot. She could sing like a lark, and the French word for lark is alouette. But anyway, back to the informative part that has to do with the project. Feel free to groan a little. She was kind of lazy, and her tutors would finish her work for her. Although she was pretty intelligent, but they finished it so they wouldn't get fired. She was good at art, unlike me. I'm really bad at art, and you all know who this is. She played the harpsichord. She was also good at music. She played the harpsichord, the spinet, the clavichord. No relation to the clavichord, which is this red stuff that you see right here. And she also played the harp. She was also good at dancing. Again, unlike me, but I'm not going to dance because if I did try to dance, the world would probably go into chaos. But anyway, she was quoted as a goddess with a step, and she liked dolls a lot. She got a bunch of them on her 13th birthday. They had all kinds of pretty dresses and stuff. But anyway, the 7 Years' War, which had happened, had made the alliance between France and Austria really fragile. So Maria Theresa chose one of her daughters to marry the Dauphin of France, which at the time was Louis the 16th. Excuse me. So she chose one of her daughters, and the only one who hadn't died of smallpox already, since she already had it before and lived, was Maria, or Marie. She changed her name actually later. So she was 10 years old, and she was promised to an 11-year-old Louis Auguste. Yeah. So her teeth weren't straight, which apparently that was such a bad thing back then. So they had to be straightened by a dentist. So she was married on May 16th, 1770, and she was, 15. She was escorted by 57 carriages, 107 footmen, and 376 horses, which is pretty big. Between you and me, I only have 6 carriages because someone will buy me 4 more. So she really liked the palace life a lot because there were all these kinds of traditions that she had to do. Like she wrote home to her mother a lot, complaining about palace life. So she had to like put on her makeup in front of servants. But there's some good things about it. Like she got to party a lot. So Louis was just going to bed, and it was like midnight. Her party was just starting, and she would usually sleep till like the afternoon. Keep in mind, she was basically just like a teenager, like in our times. So you know, partying, yeah. Sorry. So word got to Maria Theresa by 1770 that, and they had been married for seven years now, that she and Louis had not consummated their marriage yet. You know, consummated. So obviously the best option was to send Maria's brother to help them sort out their marriage problems. But even honestly, she just didn't like Louis that much. So whatever her brother did, and I don't even want to know what he did, it worked. They had a kid in 1778, a year after her brother came to live with them, to counsel them, and her name was Maria Therese, blah. And she was nicknamed Madame Royale. So one story said that Maria had to have the windows torn off because she was like gonna pass out, because that birth was really hard for her. She was in so much pressure to have a male child to rule France, which, I mean, they didn't even rule because she was like the last queen, basically, or something like that. And so she had a miscarriage, which supposedly she was going to have a male child. So she had a miscarriage, and the king spent a bunch of time during the day next to the bed consoling her, and he swore all the servants that knew about it to secrecy. 2 years later, she was spending much more time in her private castle, and then there were rumors of she was having an affair with Count Axel von Fersen of Sweden. And her mom died, and she had another kid. He was the Dauphin of France. Not Dolphin, but Dauphin. We need that later. Where am I? Oh yeah. So there was a boy, and he was the Dauphin of France. He's also considered as the lost dolphin. I don't think you can see him, but I'm gonna put it right here, just in case. So, and there was also a bunch of fighting that ended like 3 days before he was born. So, like, what a break. So then a few years later, there was a diamond necklace stolen. Mama, how scandalous. There's one person in this room who gets that joke and knows what it is. And you know who you are. So anyway, back to education. So diamond necklace stolen. This was not the same diamond necklace, but this was just a kind of diamond necklace. I think it probably looked a lot more fancy, although this is a pretty cool necklace. So it was stolen by someone posing as Marie, and it was cut up and sold into pieces. So, I mean, she was completely innocent, but obviously she was guilty to the public, obviously. So, obviously, we blame it on the royals. And of course they blame it on the royals, because there'll never be royals. It's a word in their blood. And then on July, or Juillet 14th, on 1789, the peasants stormed the Bastille prison, and that's their Independence Day, and they stormed it because there was a lot of political prisoners in there. And that's where we get the nice band Bastille for, wait, what? Wait, really? They don't have anything to do with each other? Thanks, Mom. But anyway, Marie had like 3 or 4 kids by that time, so awesome, I guess. But so instead of just handing them off to this random stranger, goodbye kids, go have fun with this random stranger, tutor dude. She handed them off to one of her old teachers, I think. Teachers, not t-shirts, in case you didn't understand that. So then Marie and Count Axel von Fersen, you forgot about him, didn't you? You forgot about him, didn't you? Didn't you? They tried to escape in 1791. So then in September, Louis agreed to a new constitution so he could keep his symbolic power. So then Prussia, okay, seriously, that is such a fun word to say. Prussia. Okay, anyway. And Prussia and Austria teamed up to go to war against France because they got all angry at them. And it all fell to pieces of popcorn. So then a radical Jacobin leader named Maximilien de Robespierre called for the removal of king. He actually gets executed later by the guillotine, just like Louis and Marie did. So, it's kind of counterproductive. So he called for the removal of the king. So Louis and Marie get arrested, and this is about 1791, 1792. So the National Convention place discussed her fate, and Louis got like a trial and got time to think of his defense. She didn't, obviously. Else she probably would have gotten free. Hint, hint. So some wanted her to die, while others wanted to exchange her for French prisoners of war. But she ended up getting a trial anyway. But hey, what can you do about it? So all her kids died, except for her son Louis, the lost dauphin. Again, dauphin, not dolphin, dauphin. So he was sent to a cobbler. So people attempted to get her out of prison many times, but every time, and this wasn't that very wise, she refused. Stupid, right? She wasn't given proper time to prepare a defense. She basically was caught off guard. She was charged with, and this is a pretty long list, so get comfy, sending millions of French currency called livres to Austria, plotting to kill the Duke of Orleans, incest with her son, which is sexual relations with your family members, declaring him to be the new king, and orchestrating the massacre of the Swiss Guards in 1792. What the heck? That scared me. So then in January of 1792, Louis was executed. Louis! Wait, that's upside down. You see, it's Louis. It's Louis. Yeah, he's dead. I want him to die. What's next? Right, Marie's trial and execution. So Marie was found guilty by an all-male jury, I might add, on all charges. Yay! On October 16, 1793, she was executed. Her last words were, "Excuse me, sir, I did not mean to do it." She stepped on her executioner's toe. Anyway, I'm gonna go off script now. She really didn't like Louis that much. She didn't love him at all. She actually wasn't as promiscuous as a lot of people said she was, like, sleeping with everybody. She actually really loved only one person, which was Count Axel. But Louis completely adored her. Like, he would do, like, anything for her. And, I mean, they actually grew kind of to be friends. So, that's awesome. And the woman who actually portrayed her in a movie a few years ago, she actually was really surprised by how young they were. Because they were basically just teenagers in our way of thinking in this age. So, goodbye. And I might do another one of these again. I hope I do. Bye.